You good?
I'm always good, mate. You know what I mean?
Mate, it's always a pleasure to be on the couch with you.
Get fucked. It's the first time with pants on.
I think before I look, man, I think our tobogganing / push you into the creek in freezing cold water while it's snowing effort was an eye-opener.
We bonded.
We did. We had a moment. There was a twinkle in your eye. You looked into my eyes.
Push me.
Push me. It was a bit of a Titanic moment, I sort of thought. You know what I mean? Like, it was sort of that whole, Leonardo DiCaprio on the front behind her thing.
I felt like Kate.
Did you? You're damn right you feel like Kate. Big spoon, little spoon. You got that right.
I mean, I was at the front, tucked up in a ball.
Oh.
And my balls were tucked up in
If you could define yourself having some.
Oh, man, it was chilly.
I mean, look, hey, we're here in Queenstown. Just like where we are and where we're recording this podcast is a pretty special place. It's just started snowing outside. We tried to capture a little snow in the background for for added effects. But sorry, just going to have to look at us sitting on the couch, drinking cups of tea, and just generally just talking crap.
It's like a budget casting couch.
Or is it not budget? It depends. What colour is the couch in?
It's not black leather.
Oh, I wouldn't want to be. Jeez. Imagine you pulled a blue light out on that thing. It wouldn't be pleasant.
It's easier to clean, though. Just get one of those wet wipes.
You'd still see it, though. We've got Biggie joining us as well, too.
He's in.
So this is our boss's dog, Biggie. He's come for a little run down the snow, and he's an absolute little trooper. So we've got Biggie on the mic as well too. He's just getting comfy there.
He's just sniffing me crotch.
Poor bastard.
That doesn't look comfy, mate.
I reckon he is though. Like, he's just vibed. He's pretty tired. Like, I think Tessa took him for a pretty good run before.
Tight git.
It's all right.
They might have 4 legs, but it takes a while to get around.
Yeah, I know. Especially when they're a little low center of gravity and stuff. It's like a lowered car.
He's loving it, mate.
Isn't he? It's like...
He's a Lotus.
He's a Lotus Elise. He's an elite race car. He's F1 Formula certified. But that's all right. That's good.
Oh, my God. So welcome. I mean, we're actually taking it nomadic. This is probably like location number 25. I've done this shit.
Man, it's a pretty good as we were just saying before, mate. We've got the fortunate ability to look outside and see it snowing here in Queenstown, and I'll try and give you a bit of a blow by blow description of the weather report every now and again. But mate, it's good to be here.
Yeah, if we both just start staring into the abyss.
Yeah. So if it goes silent, like it's not your sound or anything on the podcast. It's actually us just like physically looking outside and seeing the amazing sort of place we've been grateful enough to stay in and enjoy a few days down this way. So I mean, it's the first time for me. It sounds pretty awkward for anyone listening. Is in my lifetime actually seeing snow fall. Growing up down in sort of Victoria, you do go to the snow, but you never see it really fall. It's always just like super sunny and super icy. And then, obviously living in Queensland for a number of years now, it's non-existent. Even though it does get a little cold, but it's not like this. So it's just sort of pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy down here, right? Like, I've been here, I think this is my fourth time. This is the first time I've seen it snow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a bit of snow in the hills, like last time I was down, but in the hills, in the mountains. But no, it reminds me of home when we get a bucket ton of snow coming down. It's real nice, mate. Yeah, so I'm like a kid again.
Yeah, but it was like, it's a little like a bit more icy over back home, right?
Yeah, it gets fucking cold, man.
Does it?
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm like just dealing with it right now. Like I'm at threshold of 0 to negative sort of temperature, but it's like pretty much nothing for you, right?
Yeah, well, funny enough, as a kid, I would run around in the street in my boxers as well. So,
well,
I mean,
you're
I've not
reliving
grown
it.
up.
Yeah, that's good. That's what you need to be. You need to be that inner child all the time.
Peter Pan, mate.
It's the way to do it. That was the most majestic thing I've ever seen. We actually got drone footage of it as well too, and I think Alex will probably share to the audience, like as a bit of an intro to this podcast and this chat, the actual video. It's a majestic piece. I think we should probably have the Titanic music on it while we film it.
And there's definitely going to be some more. You know, when the sun goes down, the moon's going to come out.
That's sexy.
Hey, now. And
we've got snow angels to do. You know, we've got a few things to do. I think one of our co-stars, Biggie's, going to probably end up like leaving the podcast because I think he's going to go for another walk.
No, the big dog wants to stay.
Oh, they're going for a bike ride. So you could go on a backpack, Biggie. Stick with the boys.
He's
have a
with
podcast,
the boys,
bit of a chat. Oh no, he's off.
No,
he's off. Just so you guys know, Biggie is the most amazing dash hound. He's such a little trooper. He's gone. Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, he's out.
It's just me and you, mate.
So it's me and you.
Yeah, it's me and you. Cup of tea. It's all good.
Cheers, my boy.
That's it, lad.
So, Mr. Australia.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, having knocked around with you for a few days now, maybe a week,
Yeah.
I can now understand the difference between Kiwis and Australians in the sense of the accent.
Okay, so the sense of the accent, would it be anything else? Like, are we a bit more looser than Kiwis?
You're closer to back home, I've noticed. Your sense of humour.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's real nice.
We've shot the shit a fair bit. Hey, we've had a few laughs about some funny situations and stuff, which is always good for you. You know, just having a bit of a shit talk over a drink or something or a coffee or whatever. But no, it's good to know that difference, mate. It's good to know that some of these Aussies are like guys up north in the UK. You know.
Yeah, man. It's a little bit of home from home. You know what I mean?
That's what you need. That's what you need. A little slice of back home, and you know, there's some. We're still going to probably cause a little bit more madness in the last day or so.
Probably.
Well, yeah.
Bet your house on it, mate.
Yeah, mate, I will. I'll free up. I'll ring the bank and get the mortgage documents. And just sort of say, hey, by the way, this is what we're doing.
Go down the bookies.
Yeah. What do you reckon? But it's yeah. There'll be snow angels. There'll be some more tobogganing. Like I'm thinking of extreme tobogganing. Like we have a need for speed. Like I actually feel like we could recreate some moments out of the first Fast and Furious. You know, living our lives a quarter mile at a time. You know, just there'll be some extreme stuff. It's like literally like that movie series Jackass.
Oh no, I'm not doing Jackass.
They won't. No, I won't do that. But like what I'm saying is, man, it's I think it's one of those situations where we'll give it a nudge. Like we're in the wilderness, so we need to take advantage of it.
When in Rome.
We're on.
That's it.
Yes.
Right,
when in Rome.
Let's start now.
Okay.
Right,
Cool.
It's over. A topic we were discussing last night is masculinity and veganism.
Yeah,
mate, that's something that I never would have even thought about. People coming up to you and saying stuff like that. So do you want to give us a little intro? Maybe a bit of a backstory of why you eat plant-based.
Yep.
So on and so forth.
So we had a good chat last night over dinner, and this is where there was a preamble of sort of us. We were always going to do a little podcast, and then we just sort of jammed out. Like we should have recorded last night as well too, because the chat will probably end up going that way anyway. But look, just a bit of background from me. I've been full vegan for 8 years, ethical vegan as well too for 8 years. Prior to that, look, I used to go and eat ribs, steak, chicken. I used to eat a lot of meals, and like that contained meat. That was just the standard fare and everything. And then, sort of progressed towards just cutting out meat. And then I was eating chicken and I was having cheese and eggs and stuff like that. And I think it's the journey that anyone that goes plant-based or anyone that goes vegan you're feeling better as you're eating less animal products, and then you sort of leverage into that fact of we started. How do I say? Myself and my wife do a charity work for a charity work for a greyhound rescue group over in Australia. Been doing that for the last 8 years, and it was sort of a matter of, here's Biggie.
You're now the chosen one.
Yes. I am. Lord Biggie has picked me. I think he's just hearing I'm talking about doggies, so he just wants to make sure I am. Do.
Have you seen the movie Spaceballs?
God, years ago, man. Years ago.
Do you think he looks like Darth Helmet?
Yes. We should call him Lord Darth Helmet now. That's what we'll call him. And Dom will be like, what are you calling that for? And it's like...
He's fucking majestic, mate.
He's an amazing creature. He just wants to get on the mic. Don't you, big man?
Does that put me in, coach?
What do you want to talk about, coach? So look, we started this this path of rescuing greyhounds, and right now we're up to number 20 that we've rescued.
Wow!
And look, it was a matter of you sort of being a bit hypocritical in a sense of you got to practice what you preach. Look, we're saving one and still consuming the other, and you look into the way the dairy industry is, and the way the chicken and egg sort of industry is, and the cruelness and the non validity of life, and it just didn't sit well with like myself and my wife. So it was a matter of, well, we're going vegan, and it was literally just straight up overnight. Look, I'm 43 this year. I probably feel as fit as I did in my 20s. Diet-wise, I'm not sitting in hospital with a protein deficiency. It's been a great journey, and it's been a fantastic journey, and it's it's just sort of one I've really embraced and really enjoyed. I mean, you as we were discussing last night, this whole masculinity and veganism is, look, people go out and go, oh, you're not a real bloke, eat some fucking meat, and oh, fucking, you're a pussy, you should have bacon, oh, it's all right, don't worry about it, and like this. And it's like, from my standpoint, I'm okay with that, because I know in myself that I morally and ethically can be around animals and know that I don't cause harm or contribute towards the harm of those animals. And for me, that's sort of mentally what sort of drives me as well too. And when you hear those comments, and it's, look, I'll sit down with the boys and have a coffee, and they'll still give me shit about having oat milk instead of cow's milk. Oh, how come you should just have some cow's milk? And it's like, well, ethically, I don't agree with the dairy industry, and morally I don't. And I've been vegan for 8 years. Like, I'm not just going to turn around and go, you know what, I'm going to have some cow's milk now. Like, no, it just sort of won't sit. I've sort of developed a thing of understanding when someone says that. It's like, I've actually asked the question about, why is it not considered non-masculine to not consume animal products? And it's one of those things where I'll ask them the question. It's like, well, what makes you think, it's what things are telling, I mean, you don't, you're an amazing human that respects that. But, you're asking that person about what makes it not masculine, like this. And it's, look, it's one of those things where I think, it's putting back and educating a person. It's like, well, tell me what, oh yeah. You should just eat meat. And it's like, well, understand ethically, I choose to do that. So, I respect that you consume animal products. I'm not sitting here questioning why you do it. But if you came to me and asked me, well, how come, like, what do you have instead of this? I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm not going to throw it down your throat and be super militant about it. And, everyone has their own decision. And if I think someone talks to you about, alternatives to that, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's always two sides to a coin, and I don't understand in any context people just shooting something down because it's not how they believe. Right? But that's just a closed-mindedness. Something I want to ask: what is masculinity to you?
I think masculinity to me is, I think you got to be confident in who you are and yourself. You don't have to walk around all blokey and drive a V8, and that masculinity to me is just, I think it's just being comfortable in your own skin. It's being.
But don't you think you can do that as a lady?
Yeah, everyone can be comfortable in their own skin. I think everyone should be. Whatever you identify as, I think it's a good thing. But that whole masculinity piece.
Biggie's gone off.
Biggie. Hey, we'll just have some intermission while.
No, that's all right. I'm going to close the door behind me.
Huh? He's right now. That's all right. Yeah, so on that masculinity piece, I just think it's one of those things. I think it's being comfortable in your own skin and knowing where you're at yourself. I think it can be toxic in a sense, just driving that whole over masculinity thing, and it's almost like you're not comfortable with yourself or self-confident or anything like that if you're always questioning other people's and yourself, so.
Yeah, you're definitely trying to fit in with something.
Yeah.
It poses a lot of questions for me of, do you really know who you are?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because if you're always trying to fit into a crowd and dissect what you think this crowd wants you to be, so you can be that. So what character, what role do you need to play to fit into this crowd?
Yeah,
you don't really know who you are.
Well, and it's mentally it's not good as well too, because you're always questioning yourself about, look, I've got to go get the most expensive car, or I've got to wear the most expensive clothing, or anything like that. I just think it's acceptance, and I mean, it sounds odd, but through veganism and becoming vegan, I've become a bit more aware of that, and your acceptance, like, humans are humans, and what you got's what you got. You know what I mean? It's sort of
yeah.
I just think it's you see these people on Instagram throwing money off buildings and driving Bentleys and stuff like that. Like, that shit's not real, man. Like, us pushing you in a toboggan in your Speedos into a freezing cold lake while it's snowing. That's real shit, you know what I mean? Like, I think again, it's just acceptance, and gratitude towards everything, people are people are who they are, that's their personality. Look, we're not going to get along with every single person in the world. And I think if we accept that as well too, that's another good thing. Is you being confident and everything enough, and it's like it's not having to prove that to the person. If you guys don't get along, it's just you don't. Like, it's what it is.
Have you always been like that, or was there a specific event or a combination of things that got you to that point of, hey, listen, this is the way it is, this is who I am. If we don't gel, fantastic, I'm not going to curse you out, but we don't have to get along.
Look, I think it's a ever-evolving thing. We're humans, we fuck up. We're humans, we don't do everything right all the time. And it's just, look, it's a case of, I think it's a case of a work in progress. Look, each to their own is my sort of, thing, whatever floats your boat, or, there's all those analogies or whatever. But look, it was more of a turning point with the whole veganism, like turning into that, because you sort of open your eyes to a lot of things and non-judgmental things as well too. It's sort of, it's been an interesting journey in that sense that change of diet can actually direct you into more being aware of your surroundings, embracing your surroundings, not being on your phone all the time, and, stepping outside, or, go down to the beach and not have to take your phone and take 1,000 selfies. I think that's another really good step as well too, is I love nothing more than leaving my phone at home with my girl and my dogs, and go down the beach, and we hang down the beach for, half a day, and go swimming, and, sit on the beach and make a coffee and just hang out down there, and, swim, and, sort of just sit on the sand and stuff like that. And then, that shit, you'll sort that shit out in that hour or two. Like, if someone's called you, cool. That's okay. And I think if you get those realizations and try and take moments, and, I went out in the snow before and just stood out there, and I was just like, nature's such an amazing place, and I'm like super grateful I get to come to a country I never traveled to that's absolutely stunning. And take it all in. And we did that when we, Dom, a GM at work, we did a bike pack, overnight bike pack, Christchurch to Akaroa, and like there was some amazing, like I literally just stopped sometimes on the side of the road and just had to take it in. I didn't take photos, like I didn't video it. I was just like, you know what, this is where it's at,
Yeah, man, there's something to be said about enjoying the present moment, and I think I honestly think that's one of the best things about drinking on a night out.
Yeah,
because nobody's there fucking, oh, hey mate, you alright? Halfway through a story that you're telling or some shit chat, I got my phone out flicking through whatever. It's like, nah, you don't actually look at your phone all night. And I think that's the beauty of when you bring people together that get on, right? Like all four of us get on, we're just hanging out, shooting the shit outside, and that's it. Like you don't need to constantly, I need to fucking check in on what you might FaceTime your missus or my mum yesterday, right? And be like, hey, you all right? Look where we are, blah 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 blah. Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, literally, like, got off the plane at, got like 20 past 8 or something like that, get a phone call from Dom saying, hey, we're picking you up in an Uber, we're drinking. And I'm like, okay, cool. I've been in the country like literally half an hour. You're in the car. I mean, look, I think 1 or 2 photos, but then literally the whole night we were just hanging out, just drinking, just talking shit. Crap, man.
Yeah, talking shit, man.
But that's what it's like. And then, I mean, last night's a prime example. We went to this, Queenstown's such a beautiful little city, and we went and had some dinner and some drinks, and there was the 4 of us there. And, like, man, I think, like, when we were just talking crap, drinking margies, like, we were just, I actually did not pull my phone out once.
No.
And neither did you. We were just talking crap and just laughing so hard. And, I mean,
that goes crying.
That's the best thing you can do. Like, seriously, the best thing you can do in life is just, like, again, it's that being in that present moment. It's having that time, and, sitting down, asking questions, like a podcast, like sitting down, asking questions, just talking, like that's, and I think mentally that's good as well too, because you sort of, it's what we, communication, it's what we're starting to lack a little bit more, and I'm older than you, and I sort of grew up before mobile phones, but I mean, as humans, we need that interaction, that connection. And I think if we all have that time, put the phone down, have a beer, the margaritas were good. Like you said, a 7 out of 10?
Yeah, I think it was a 7 out of 10. It was a bit too sour for me. I kind of like a sweet margie.
Oh, so you're more a coconut margie. So, I mean, but again, like what we're brushing on, that's where it's at, mate. It's that connection. It's that having that chat. It's having that laugh. And you find, we found so many similarities, like you touched on before, past and growing up, and, being similar sort of backgrounds, with Manchester and stuff like that, and me growing up in Australia, and it's I think it's pretty funny,
Well, mate, and that's one of the beauties of travel, I think, because you travel around, you meet so many different people from different places, right? But then you understand that the boxes that we place ourselves in fact, have no lid.
Correct. Yeah.
And all you got to do is stand up, and you stay part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy to think in this world that there's people that are like, haven't travelled or are super angsty about super angsty about travelling and so forth like that. Like, I think in America, it's like, 85% of Americans have not travelled out of the States or don't hold a passport.
That's fucked up.
Whereas, I mean, you've travelled to some pretty amazing places. I have. I mean, Dom's like an absolute legend to listen to with travel, and same with, Tessa and so forth like that. And it's just, those experiences gained, like, man, as I was saying before, it's the first time in my life I've seen snow fall, and it's like, to so many people listening as well too, like, that sounds so simple, but it's those small things and that appreciation, gratitude, and so forth like that, I think, which is, like, super important to have in life.
Yeah, you don't need a lot in life, man. You don't need a lot. You don't need a flashy car. You don't need a big watch. You don't need to keep up with no Jones. Like, you need good people.
Mm-hmm.
And you get that by being yourself around people, because then like-minded people end up attracting towards each other.
Yeah.
And
100%.
And then all you got to do is give a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And you'll end up creating some wicked memories. Just attack everything with an open mind, right?
Yeah.
Of like, oh, great, you're vegan. Great.
Cool.
What's that like?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know?
Yeah, well, I mean, we were talking last night, like I'm more than happy to have that conversation with someone, have that chat with someone, about what it's like and replacements and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go and, like, sit and criticize you for what you're eating. That's your choice, and I respect that. But, again, you're getting out and gaining. I think there's a good sort of quote, and it's you rather collect experiences in life than collect money, or there's this. Yeah. I forget what exactly the wording, but it's man, I'd rather be 85 telling crazy ass stories, including pushing a mate into freezing cold water in budgie smugglers, than going, oh, I had this amazing BMW. You know what I mean? Like, that's.
I'm all about the stories, man.
Man, I'd rather be having an absolute laughing fit over, things than going, oh yeah, it's sick, you should try my Range Rover when you come over to Australia. It's like, that's just, that's bullshit, like, that's just, it's not real. It's, man, you can talk all night about funny shit you've done in your life, or you can talk for like 5 or 10 minutes about your fucking car that you drive. You know what I mean? Like, is that going out of context a bit, or? But nah. You know what I mean, though, right?
Nah, brother, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah,
because I'm all about those stories, man.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't give a fuck about no materialistic stuff. Like, this setup right now is probably the most amount of money I've ever spent on myself, and it's actually not for me. Like, the reason why I do this is for, like, other people as well.
Yeah, that's
right?
great.
So, like, it's crazy. Like, I would rather. That's why we do dumb shit, right? Running around in some pink budgie smugglers.
They're fucking hot too, by the way.
They're pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah,
they are pretty good. Freezing my fucking bollocks off.
So you want to give the audience a bit of a. Let's go POV from your experience. Like,
POV.
Talk everyone through it, because I really hope you're going to jam this up on the podcast, just so I can see.
Well, it'll be on Spotify.
Oh, even just visualize it. Talk us through a journey. We need to cue some, like, sort of dreamy music now. And
thing is, mate, you've got to talk more shit, and you got to give less fucks.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
And I think human beings smiling is the most beautiful thing on the planet, right?
Yeah. 100%.
Now you times that by 1 billion when you see your mates laughing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think that's fucking crazy. It's the best thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, right, that's one of the reasons why I do dumb shit, right? So what do? Okay, great. I got budgies. I got the budgies.
Yeah.
So I might as well whip them out. It's snowing outside.
Yeah.
It's fucking freezing cold.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm daft. Right, not a lot of brain cells up there knocking around, so I might as well go for it. I blend in with the snow, apart from those pink donuts. And POV, we're on a little bit of a sledge, or what do you call it? A toboggan.
Yeah. So it was. I think it's called the.
Oh, it was the UFO, wasn't it?
The UFO. So it's
UFO.
this yellow. I would say it's probably a kid's toboggan, but zero fucks given, because there was 3 toboggans. One looked like one you carry stuff with, like you know, like go hiking through the snow and carry your supplies. But the other 2, the UFOs, were steedsy. They had the hand grips.
Yeah, they did, and they pulled the brakes.
Yeah, mate, they need to be sitting flat. There's no brakes.
No, it's all gas, mate.
Full fucking noise.
Full noise. So, yeah, I had this tiny little piece of string, basically like something that you would tie your jocks up with, just stuck on the front, right? It was a little bit frayed. I'm like, well, I'm not holding on to that, am I? To be honest.
That shit's going to snap probably. It's a little weather worn, right?
Is that going to take my weight? Get fucked.
Yeah.
You know? So, sit on this bad boy, sit on this yellow submarine, and then I got the mad dog behind me, and I'm like, right, let's give it some welly. And I'm like, gives a push down this hill.
we reconned where we are. We did a bit of recon before we had a little practice. Yeah, and it wasn't speedy enough. Like, there was one where Alex would have had to jet over some rocks. So a little duty of care was given. So we found this other section, which was,
It started in someone's front garden.
Yeah. It was like, we checked to see if there was like a car or lights or anything like that. We just stopped and turned and we're just like, yeah, we'll just do it. Like, literally, they're going to see you in your budgies with a toboggan and just absolutely laugh like any human would, spreading the joy, you know.
Just gunning it down a hill with a silver fox behind me, with his phone out filming POV.
But I had to pocket it because you got a little bogged. Remember how you were like screaming left, turn left, turn left?
Oh, yeah, shit.
Because we were going straight. Like, we were going to send you into like a spiraling pit of just reeds, but I couldn't do that to you, man.
You know what? I still would have got out and finished the job, you know what I mean? You got to get the job done sometimes. And we stopped maybe like 2 inches short of the lake. So then you just see me hobble out and fucking nosedive into the lake.
We had this whole idea, and if you guys out there can sort of envision it, you just get this whole like ramp and just getting shot out, and like the toboggan goes one way, Alex goes the other, and we just thought it was going to be like full stunt style like that, but it didn't really pan out.
Yeah, plum slips out the side.
Yeah, imagine one of your beans just pop out. That would be horrific. That would not be pleasant for anyone involved. Like, literally, it would have made the snow melt.
Just give the people what they want, you know.
Would have been like tying a couple of bricks, you know. Like jumping in with a Besser brick around your leg.
Never allowed back.
Yeah. Banned from the country. They just lost all visa applications.
Yeah, that's it. And deported.
Yeah,
public indecency.
Or you could be a national treasure with those Speedos, man. That was like Alex the Budgie Smuggler. You could get promo through Budgie Smuggler. You need to tag him in like that post.
Oh, I do. You know, I actually got in contact with them, seeing if they could sponsor the podcast.
Yes. I take it they said no.
Yeah, they said no.
They don't know what they're missing out on. Like, honestly, like, I think I'll email them that video. Like, I will literally, I will send it via email this afternoon.
Okay.
To their human, not their human resources, like their customer feedback. HR, they'll be just like, yep, sweet. No, but like their sponsorship and marketing, and just like this guy, like, committed in -degree temperatures for your cause.
For your cause, yeah.
Pure promo. But it'd be worthwhile. I mean, let's reach out. Let's have a go.
Fuck it, why not?
Got to be in it to win it. They're only going to say no, but I reckon they'll say yes.
The thing is, mate, with those budgies, the problem is
they're too sexy. That's the thing. Like, if you guys could see them, like, literally.
You're the only person that's ever said that.
No, there was heat. There's heat in the basement there, mate. Nah, joking. I'm just trying to put this really, really shock horror image in everyone's head.
The problem is, right, you're wearing budgie smugglers, it's always going to be cold. It's not going to be anything you're going to write home about anyway.
No,
right?
never.
It's going to be, you know, when you sharpen a pencil down too small,
but you still use it.
Or
like it's near the eraser,
like that. One of those nubs.
It's literally the eraser with a bit of lead coming out.
Well, that's what it's like, right? So you can kind of stick it to the side, no problem. But the problem is, the fucking nuts.
They just don't disappear.
Because there's not a lot of material down there.
No.
And I'm all balls.
Okay, yeah, you've explained that.
So it's like, you've got to really make yourself cold so they kind of retreat up and then you can actually go out. Otherwise, it looks like you shoved a sock down there. And you are running the risk of popping a plum.
Yeah, and that's danger. Like dropping a fig is not ideal. Like that's the last thing you want to do.
Yeah, just out it goes. There it is. How'd you like them apples?
Yeah, how'd you like that apple? Because they're probably the size of those.
Why is there only one?
Yeah, they're just compressed together. They're just oh my god.
Mitosis.
Reverse mitosis. Oh god,
fuck me dead.
It was funny though as well too. But I mean, you know, like we caught up the other night and it was pretty fucking epic. And you know, sort of they obviously been over here for work anyway too, and got this road trip yesterday and stuff like that. And it's just that we had I've had some of the most funniest laugh moments, like while I've been here. Just the shit we've been talking about, and I think I think that is super key and super important, just to talk shit.
Yeah.
Not like fabricating and lying. It's just stories. Like, man, if you got a story, you got to sharing experiences, but like super funny ones is probably the best medicine, you know, like laughing.
It's medicine, man. I think comedy heals all wounds. And I think, I mean, this can touch on like fucking the whole woke movement, I guess, if you really want to go down that avenue. But like, I think you should be able to joke about pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Obviously, you got to pick your time. Obviously, you got to pick your audience.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying like just walk up to the Queen and be like, your kid touches kids.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Yeah, or fuck you or something. You know, it's got to be well timed and well placed.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you know, you just got to be able to do it, mate. And I think it really does. It pulls out this happiness out of people. We're all in this shit together. You know, everybody's fucked in some sort of way. Everybody's struggling with some sort of thing. Hey, let's just communally laugh over some bullshit. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And then when we go to bed, we're like, you know what? I had 5 minutes of joy today. That's a win.
Man. It's any of those moments, and I think it's like it's that age-old saying, and so we touched on before, is laughter is the best medicine. You know, it's whether you're right in the social media, subscribe to some funny dog accounts or cat accounts or whatever, if you're into an animal like that, or just a comedy thing, like, and just get that dose of laughter, because, man, like, the world's a beautiful place. Like, the world's an amazing place, and
fuck yeah, it is, man.
Full of nature and what nature gives us, and the humans that surround us, and animals and everything like that. Like, fucking laughter is the key. I think diet-wise, essential for any human is to have, like you're saying, 5 minutes laughter. Like, fuck. Pull up, if dad jokes are your jam, pull up a dad joke and have a fucking laugh. Giggle to yourself. You know, like, I think we need to experience those good emotions that promote those good endorphins. You know, like, I always say to people, like, I love dogs, and what I do with the rescue and stuff like that, there is nothing. You can have the shittest day, right? And, you know, your cat and so forth like that. And, I mean, you can have the shittest day. You open that front door and your dog greets you with the waggiest tail and the smile on your face, man. It, like, literally, it'll just, there's your day. right?
Yeah, man.
You've just gone from, what am I doing in life? Why is this career? Why am I doing this? Like, I got my ass kicked at work or whatever like that. You walk in and that being that's at the door that lives its life for you and loves to be with you can just change, man. Like, I've walked in home after having a shit day, see my girls, and I'm like, they're coming up and they're like licking your face and, like getting in your grill while you're trying to take your shoes off. And you know what? I'm going to take you guys down to the beach and and then just shit just gets forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
I think whether we live in cities or whether we live in the countryside like this, I think it's that if we all take that moment with it, look, if you don't have an animal, leave your phone at home and go walk down a beautiful neighborhood, or, like go to the park where there's a lake and like ducks cruising around, like, and just have a laugh at what the animals are doing, or, whatever. Or if someone's doing something funny, like they're doing yoga in their front window and they don't realize it and they fall over. You know what I mean? Like, you walk past someone's house and they're like trying to do a headstand and they fall over. Like, I mean, props to them for doing yoga and trying a headstand, because I personally wouldn't do it. But
can you not do a headstand?
I can. But I'm not going to try and attempt one right now. Maybe remind me a little later on. We can try some gymnastics.
After a couple of wines.
Yeah. Sneak a glass of rosé. There's ought to be right to do anything.
Fucking fizzy Vimto over here.
Oh, I love it. Love it. So, look, man, it's... I think finding that, like, getting back to that mental sort of health key and looking after yourself and self-care and everything like that. Like, I found it with cycling. I've always been a surfer. I surfed at the highest level, travelled around the world, done those things, been to those countries, and had some highs and had some pretty shit lows, which we all experience. But, I mean, shit's going to work out. Shit's going to get better. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, again, have the shittest day. Is it going to fucking matter in 6 months? Is it going to matter tomorrow? Like, just yield and just sort of be like, it happens, But with cycling, like, I've just found it's just such a good mental release. Like, I race and I ride in big groups, a few days a week and stuff like that. And I actually really enjoy the moments when I go for like 80, 100K ride by myself. My phone's in my back pocket just due to, like, if something happens or I need to pay for a coffee or something like that. But there's nothing better than that release through that. I mean, you do it with your amazing work at the gym and stuff like that, which is phenomenal. But it's just, I think if you find that escape, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's grabbing a skipping rope and skipping in the backyard, I think we all need to put our phones down and just, grab something that's good for you, you know.
Well, it's meditative, and it's also a type of therapy, and it's also a church. Yeah. Like, me going to the gym is me going to church.
Yeah.
Like, I've been lifting like 14 years, and that lifting has changed for different things. The way I do it is different. What I like has changed. But, like, it's still a church for me.
But that's good, though, right? But you think back to that as 14 years ago, is when you first stepped in there, how was your reaction? Like, what were you thinking? What were the emotions going through your head?
I started training in the back garden. I'd put, like, rocks in a backpack.
Yeah.
And start lifting.
Yep.
But I like that. I like that challenge. I like that initial. Okay, this is a barrier, and you have to overcome it. Right? I have that. It's resistance training. Right? You'll have the same. I have 100 Ks. I have to get there because it's more of a slow grind.
Yeah.
Mine, I'm done in like 5 reps, and I get to sit down.
You lucky bastard. Yeah.
But no, I. The whole world doesn't matter, and I think there is something to be said about the physical exercise, something physical, because we live in a physical realm, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And it gives you an instantaneous response. And I think you have to address it with all your attention.
Yeah.
Definitely for me with weightlifting.
Yeah.
But if I think about something else, I'm missing a snatch. If I miss a snatch, that bar can hit me in the head. And it can knock me out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, which you don't want. Right?
That's exactly what I don't want. Like, even with you get hit by a car, cycling on a road. Like, you go over a pothole, or you lose your balance, or your times aren't right. Same with Dom. His time's not right.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it is, like, you need to address it with the respect that it deserves.
Yeah.
And also, all your other stresses, just go on hold for a second. But you find when you go back to those stresses, after getting those endorphins, that dopamine hit from that physical, strenuous exercise, right? You address it with a different lens. Rather than being all wound up, you kind of a lot more relaxed, and you're like, okay, in fact, it's not the end of the world. It's all right. I fucked up, you fucked up, something happened. It's going to take an extra 2 weeks to get this assignment done. We might have to unpack something, pack it again. I might have to do this whole thing again. The podcast doesn't record. We're going to have to do it again. Whatever. You'll be all right.
The sun's going to shine.
Sun will shine again. And the moon will be shining later when I'm fucking running around in the budgies, man.
Oh, jeez. We can't wait for that. No, I mean, I think it's like what you said. It's this day and age of, fast, quick sort of, like everything's instantaneous and hits and so forth like that. I think it's like we were saying before, it's getting back to taking that time and, sort of stepping away from the demands of that quick, fast-paced life and actually slow down for yourself. You do, once you actually do have that moment, whatever it be, I think it actually helps you focus and actually complete your task or your daily tasks better. Like I listened to this other podcast about, like technology and distractions and stuff like that. And it's like, so Sundays, we do what they call the Sunday Sabbath. It's not a religious thing or anything like that, but it's the phones go on flight mode.
I like it.
And they stay at home in the top drawer, right? Because you need to have that disconnect. It's at night, like after dinner, I put my phone on flight mode. So does my wife. And, we'll hang out with the dogs, read a book, or, cook dinner and just talk about how your day was and if it was shit or whether it was good or, like just that communication. I just think I've just noticed in practicing it. And again, like what you're saying, look, I've fucked up and not turned it off and left it on and answered it because people are messaging me about this and this and this. Like, again, is it mattering right to me right now? No. I'm not thinking about it. I'm thinking about it because we're talking about it, but, it goes back to that whole, I think again, it's allowing yourself to, not dwell on, like with your weightlifting, you messed up a rep or a movement or something like that. Like, you can do it again.
Yeah, move on. Fuck up, learn from it, and move on. You've got to be able to take the good, leave the bad.
Yeah.
Learn from the lesson, right? And not let it affect you in the future, man. And don't stop trying just because you fucking failed. I think failure is really, really important, man. And that's everything I've ever done, man.
I mean, it is with every sport. Like as I was saying, I've surfed at the top level, and yeah, I've fucked up, I've lost, I've won, I've almost won. But at the end of the day, you're human. You know what I mean? And you've sort of got to accept that, and obviously understand that, and I think when you come to that realization, it's actually quite sort of liberating for yourself, because you go, hey, look, I've experienced that and so forth like that. And I think in this day and age as well too, it's good to be able to say no to things as well. Like, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. It's like, I've probably learnt, and branching back to becoming vegan and all that, is like, people go, oh yeah, these are vegan lettuce sandwiches, that'd be vegan. I'm like, no, they're actually not. And saying, be able to say no, or being able to say no is a pretty strong thing. If you're not okay with it, or that, again, for yourself as well too. Like, you don't want to go, oh yeah, I'll do it, and be in a situation that you don't want to be in, because you're going to feel uncomfortable and question yourself and all that stuff. If you don't want to do it, just don't fucking do it.
Yeah. I know a lot of people struggle with that, man.
There is a lot, right?
There's a lot.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of people that it's like that whole FOMO thing, and it's like, well, fuck FOMO, man. If you don't want to do it, you don't fucking do it.
I think it's the fear of being unaccepted.
Yeah, which is a big topic, isn't it? It's I think you touched on it sort of before about that whole masculinity and being vegan and stuff like that, and it's I'm okay with me not eating meat nor animal products, or wearing animal products or anything like that. That's okay, because that's me and whatever. So it doesn't doesn't fuss me. But some people struggle with that, Like, it's a difficult topic for people to sort of grasp as well too, I think.
Yeah, there's going to be people out there that are going to like you for you, man. Like, I think people are really scared of coming to the realization of the friendship circle they're in isn't the right one. Right? So if they turn around and start being the person that they actually are, they're scared about losing all the mates that they currently have. Yeah,
but you got to be true to yourself, man. I think you got to be true to yourself, and you got to be it's the old saying, you surround yourself with turkeys and you can't fly, or whatever. I'm sort of not good at things, old sayings, but I sort of get the grasp of them. But you got to surround yourself with like-minded people, people that don't judge you, people don't give a fuck. They're just you're you, that you can have a laugh with as well too. And I think as males as well too, I think we all struggle in having friends or mates around us that we can pick up the phone if you're feeling fucking not good, to be able to just sit down and talk. Like, and I mean, as a male, I've struggled with that. It's we all sort of do. It's a hard thing. It's that masculinity shield. It's like, I'll be right, like, fuck, I'm fine, like, put on that tough face. And it's great that we're coming to that age of where people, males, it's okay. Guys are understanding about mental health, and it's okay to just talk to your mate and say, look, I'm fucked. I don't feel good. This is why. This is what's troubling me, and I think it's like super important to do that. And I've got friends around me that struggle with that, and it's just like, dude, like, it's okay to not be fucking okay.
Yeah, man. And I think it's also necessary to talk about it, man.
Yeah.
I think it's necessary to know avenues to channel energy. So I'm going to take whatever I'm dealing with mentally and bring it into the gym and have a fist fight with myself.
Yeah.
This is the way I usually describe it. And then I also need to be able to figure it out and communicate it, and either write it down, talk about it, whatever. I think we need to be able to do something amalgamated of both. Right? Like, rather than just saying, nah, everything's going to be sound, she'll be right, whatever, I'll be right, whatever you come up with, and just locking everything up. It's like Mentos in a Coke bottle, mate.
It's not good.
That's
a fucking funny thing to do, by the way.
That's phenomenal.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
It's kind of, as a kid, it's a rite of passage, right?
How many did you put in, though?
I think we almost did a whole pack.
Yeah, we did a whole pack. It was like fucking toxic.
It's just like straight up, like, you just like, you probably should only put like, 3 or something in.
Something like that. No, but it makes you wonder, right?
Mm.
If that happens, then why the fuck do we put that in our body?
Man, fucking 100%. That scares the fuck out of me now. Like, I would never have a Mentos and Coca-Cola. Like, I hardly drink cola, but like, and I have a like gum or a mint. But fuck.
Imagine with your guts the other day.
Yeah. Little side note. I went to this amazing vegan Thai restaurant, and I think I got a little vegan food poisoning through tofu, and guts wasn't the best yesterday.
That's it. All vegan food is bad now.
No. I'll just stick to toast, dry toast, and that'll do. Yeah. So imagine yesterday having that as a snack. You'd just be like, "Hey lad, try this. Like, do you want some Coca-Cola? Yes, sweet. Like, it might, like as crap as it is, sort of make you feel a little bit easier. Do you want a Mentos? Yeah, no worries." And then all of a sudden, it just fucking explode in the car.
What, in the car? Oh my god!
And it'd be a fucking mess, wouldn't it?
Like someone setting a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, like a powdered one, but like a brown powdered one. It wouldn't be pleasant.
Maybe we should try it now.
We should get. We'll just ride the bikes to the store.
Yep.
Get some. I think we might be able to make a run to the store a little later and grab some Mentos and probably fill you in on what that's like. But
yeah, if we do it, we'll do it as the outro. I'll put it as the outro.
Okay. That'd be good. We've got a lot of shit to add to this podcast, which is great. So we'll probably just talk shit for hours and all that, which is a good thing. But yeah, like what you're saying, bottling shit up is not cool. Like, and look, it's only taken me till not even 2 years ago to actually be able to talk and all that.
Really?
Yeah, like, I'm just like, you'll be right, you can deal with it, you'll be fine, and all that stuff. But now I talk to my wife, say, look, I'm feeling this. This is this, and like, it's great, and it's great for a relationship as well too, for the fact that you just be fucking authentic, man. And I think
has it brought you closer together?
Yeah, look, we've been together 17 years now. She's an amazing human. I absolutely love my life with her and the girls, and the girls mean dogs. We don't have kids. It has, most definitely, because you're being authentic and honest and open. And I think you can transpire that to relationships with people in your life. I always had that theory of, like friendships are like jumping on a bus. You'll take a seat on a bus and someone will sit down next to you and you talk to them, have a good conversation, have a bit of a laugh or whatever like that. And there might be someone behind you that gets involved and all that. And then they stick around till the same stop as you, or someone will come on the bus and you'll say, hey, how you going? Small talk, and then they get off to the next stop, right? I think relationships in life I used to sort of look at it like that a lot. And I don't know whether that was good or bad. But look, I don't have the most hugest network of friends, but I'd rather have a small network of friends that I can ring up and say, fuck, I need to be a man, let's talk about stuff, or let's go and fucking scull Coca-Cola and Mentos and see if we can explode. you know what I mean? Like that I think that's what you need, and I think that's important. But I think just the whole piece of being authentic in every relationship you have in life is good.
It builds connection, man. It really does.
Yeah.
And I think, why would you settle for a 3 out of 10 relationship when you can have a 10 out of 10 one?
100%.
Everybody's like, oh, I want a 10 out of 10 bird or fella or something.
You're not going to get it, man.
No, like it's built, man, and it's from the connection, right? And I think the same of friendships. Yeah. Right? So rather than be like, oh, yeah, so I'm going to stick this mask on, we might have a good time 3 out of 10 times. It's like, no. Like, it doesn't matter what we do. Like, we all came back last night because Tess was feeling a bit under the weather.
My guts was a little funny.
And your guts were a bit funny. So we all go back. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Like, as long as we're all together, tell me the truth, I'll tell you my truth, then we'll figure this shit out in the middle. I think it just builds connection, man, and it's going to tackle that loneliness fucking epidemic.
Yeah, which is, I mean, people have just got to realise that there are people in the network and people out there that will listen and give a fuck, you know what I mean? Whether, you know, I think as humans we all crave connection, and, you know, connection can be a positive, happy, ha-ha conversation, or a good connection can be, I'm feeling like shit today.
Yep.
And I think that's, as humans, we need to have, that's being authentic, is being able to be, you know what, fuck, I had the worst fucking day at work today. Cool, let's, you know, like, it doesn't always have to be over booze. Let's just, you know, grab a glass of water and glass of soda water and, you know, sit outside and talk about it, or just walk when we go walk the dogs. Let's, you know, let's talk about it. And when you start being authentic and being that, you carry less, not negative emotion, I've just probably got a better word for it, but you carry less on your mind or conscience or anything like that, but you are actually
carry less weight.
Yeah, exactly. So you are able to allow yourself to do more funny shit, like do snow angels like we're going to do this afternoon, or, you know, like, you know, shit, just whatever, you know.
100%, man.
And they're not carry any weight, so it's I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I used to think that I wrote something down. I think it's in the second book, right? I was like, if I had a gun, I'd point it at me, so the whole world would be free, right?
Which, sitting here and knowing you for as long as I did, fucking that hits me, you know what I mean? Because you're a fucking beautiful human, you know what?
Appreciate it.
So
appreciate it a lot. I mean, it comes from I mean, I'm naturally an empath, right? And I don't like other people suffering because it hurts me as well.
Yeah. Yep.
So I always came from the fact of, if I just take everybody's hurt and just hold on to it, right? Everybody else is sound. And if it ends up killing me, so be it, whatever. Doesn't matter. But now I look at it in the sense of, if I do that, I actually negatively impact other people.
Fuck yeah. 100%.
It's crazy. Just trying to hoard all the weight and be like, don't worry about it, Rowan, I got it. It's like, we're now distant.
Yeah.
And now you're hindered from it, not helped.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a really weird thing. You've got to open up that channel and just be like, right, let's fucking do this together, man.
I mean, as an empath as well, you know, knowing that whole empathy, or however you probably say it, it is, and for people listening, and you probably talked about it before, it's, you feel empathy towards animals and people more at a higher vibration than everyone else, right? Like, you know, and that's a big backpack to carry, you know, and it's, again, I think as an empath, it's having that knowledge and soundness that you can talk to someone and discuss that, and share the load with people, you know, like just fucking, like, we're all in it together, you know, like everyone's got everyone's back, you know. It's I mean, that is a pretty difficult sort of thing unless you're an empath to understand, I think, you know. It's that bearing that weight, right?
Yeah, man, and I think I struggled with it because I either wasn't around highly empathetic people, or they weren't open to say they were highly empathetic. So I always thought I was a little bit crazy because my emotions were a little bit out of whack, in a sense of, if we're happy, I'm like fucking on the moon, cloud 9, tearing up because I'm so happy, and then the other way around, right? It's just like
fucking concrete bottom, right?
Yeah, it hits me, and I'm like, oh, I know for a fact, if anything happens, I know I'll get over it. It might just set me awake, right? Other people are like, fuck, whatever, don't worry about it. Next fucking lady, next mate, next opportunity, whatever it means, right? But I'm like, I'll be good in like 7 days, 3 days. I'll be good tomorrow morning. But it's just going to take a little bit longer, and it's taken time for me personally to be like, you know what, fuck it, this is who I am. This is my natural ability.
Yep.
And I'm all right with that.
Yep.
But I genuinely believe it has helped me get to that position because I've communicated it to other people.
Yeah, and I mean, it's, again, it goes back to what we're talking about. It's being comfortable in not your own skin or anything like that, but it's that piece you were talking about before about, oh, you're not a fucking man because you don't fucking eat dead animals. You know, like that's me. I'm like, take it or fucking leave it now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And again, it's like going back to what you're saying, dude. It's, you come to that realization that it is what it is. You know, it does take time to sort of these understandings, and Biggie's just vibing out.
Yeah, he's stretching his back legs. Look at him. A little bit of a hop.
Off he goes. He's done. So we've lost Biggie in the pod. So it'll be all good. But look, it's amazing, you know, when you're saying that piece and you think about it, is in like the people that were surrounding you and your tribe didn't give you that outlet, and this is going back years, right? Didn't give you that outlet to understand, you know, you being you and who you are as a human. And you've worked out through experiences and people you around in your life that it's okay to, you know, have that sort of empathic way.
I think it's the environment too, man.
Yep.
You know, whether it's the time, whether it's the environment, or a combination of both. Usually it's a combination of the two, right?
Yep.
Of like, you got to suck it the fuck up. Like, don't fucking show weakness, whatever it is.
Yep.
Like, I also grew up in the shit part of the neighborhood in the sense of if you show weakness in whatever way, you can guarantee you're going to get the shit kicked out of you.
Yeah, wow.
And everything that you got is going to be taken away from you. And they'll probably come back for more because they know it's an easy target. So it's like, don't be a fucking easy target. And how do you do that? Well, for kids who have no idea, right? Yeah. There's one way, and that's you result in aggression. Yeah. Right? And then it's boom, it's just this kind of wall, this shield. Yeah. And I think it's well, it's really destructive, man. And it causes a lot of issues internally.
Yeah. Which you then bottle up and
Yeah. And as a kid, I related to the Hulk.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Of like, everything's sound, and the next thing you know, now I'm ready to rip your head off.
Yeah, right.
And it's that little switch. And I think a lot of kids, like I've coached a lot of kids, right?
Yeah.
Coached a lot of kids with like antisocial behavior orders on them.
Yeah.
Or ADHD, and they're classed as like hyperactive or disruptive or anger management, whatever the fuck you want to give them. And I don't necessarily disagree with it, but I don't agree with it at the same time because it's just this bottling up.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Biggie's going crazy.
Yeah. Biggie knows they come back, so he's sort of vibing out.
His ears are back.
Yeah, heckles are up.
Heckles are up.
Biggie.
He'll understand that it's his dad.
Yeah. Just be like,
and he'll be sweet.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
But I think it's this bottling up, and it's relying on one emotion of being aggressive. And I can only speak from a male perspective, and I'd love to hear a female perspective.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Yeah.
And it's like we need to teach them that there's more than one emotion, man.
Yeah, because there is.
Because there's a lot.
Do you think it's
yes, lad,
an age thing, or if we start talking to younger kids,
thank you.
You know, that'll sort of help them later in life, or do you think it's just a sort of a learning that you get when you get a little older, a little bit more experience?
I think we got to teach them younger, man, because I've seen a lot of kids and their life is fucked because they get physical at a young age.
Yeah, right.
And
it's that fight or flight kind of.
Fight or flight, and the next thing you know, they're in gangs or. They now have a GBH conviction, or they just like tied with a label. And as a kid, if you're tied with a label, you usually end up playing up to it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because it's sort of like a badge that you've been given, and
it also, you know, if you're like you're a bad guy, I'm like, yeah, fucked, I'm not a bad guy. No, you're a bad guy. And it keeps going on. I'm like, I'm going to show you a fucking bad guy.
Yeah.
And then it was here, and now it's 10 times worse.
Yeah.
So I think we need to teach him younger. Yeah.
Yeah, which is great, and it's so admirable that you do that, and it's you see it pretty prevalent these days. I mean, especially in Australia as well too. There's like lots of young gangs and stuff like getting around, and there's a lot more break-ins and a lot more this and that. And I think they're just sort of trying to prove, constantly trying to prove that I'm more badass than you because I broke into someone's house and stole their keys while they were there and stole their Range Rover and crashed it. You know what I mean? I mean, these kids are like 12 years old. That, that, and what the work you're doing and the conversations that you're having with those people is brilliant because you're sort of showing them another path because they're just stuck in their main group, and that's what they think's the norm.
They don't feel like they're accepted, so then they have to do something crazy
to prove
be
it,
accepted.
right?
Yeah, and they lack a role model. A lot of them lack a male role model.
Is it because the family's broken, like father's sort of left, or is it?
More than likely.
Yeah, okay.
Or because the dad doesn't, even if they are around, and they don't fix their shit and rely on vices.
Yeah,
they're either drinking a lot, gambling, cheating on the missus.
Yeah,
they're getting physical, God forbid, but it's obviously an issue, and it does happen.
Yeah.
Whether it's to the kid or to the wife or the partner.
Yeah.
Like they just see a destructive avenue of dealing with things, and they're like, oh, well,
this is the only path, right?
That's the only way. If I get hurt, okay, great, I'm going to kick someone's head in. Like, no, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
reaction causes a reaction kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, I mean, it's just... It's one of those things that with more people like yourself having those conversations, and look, all this branches back to what we're talking about is it's communication, being authentic. It's having those conversations with people.
Yeah, dude, we're doing it right now.
Yeah,
because I'm going to click a couple of buttons when this is done.
Yeah,
and it'll be out.
Yeah,
so the chances are there's a higher chance. But just because we're having a conversation of respecting ourselves, respecting each other, right, and being truthful, now kids can come across it. Probably not the best because I swear like a sailor.
Oh, I mean, I've been pretty refrained, and you know what I'm like. I sort of
fucking say what you want, mate. This is my shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I'm never going to change that. I walk into any room and talk the same.
Yeah.
Probably one of the reasons why I get fired a lot.
The only reason why on resume swears. What else get fired? He swears like a fucking trooper.
No, but that is actually something that I'll tell people. I was like, listen.
People listen because, hey, Biggie, you want to get on the mic?
Yeah, go on, lad.
Have a chat.
DJ Biggs. My man.
He is done.
Have a little bit of a lie down. No, but it goes back to the authenticity thing. Like, if I'm coaching kids, obviously not, right? I respect that they're younger, and I'm not going to be effing and jeffing at them.
Yeah.
If they're teenagers, I have a different philosophy. Like, I'm going to talk somewhere in the middle ground.
Yeah.
Depending on their age.
Yeah.
But it goes back to the authenticity thing. It's like, oh, hey, I want you to be yourself and be whoever the fuck you are. However, you need to adapt these things because it doesn't fit in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You're either going to tap me for me,
yeah,
or you can fuck off.
What you see is what you fucking get, man.
And I'm gonna do the same thing with you, man. Like,
But it's like that. I sort of come to that realization. It's just fucking what you see is what you get. Whether it wins your friends or doesn't win your friends, I guess probably not the best way to say it, but it's like, again, it's acceptance. If someone doesn't like you, they don't like you. You don't gel with someone, you don't gel with someone. It's just, you don't want to sort of push yourself into that corner where it's like, and again, going back to being that plant-based sort of side of things is, you're not going to, I'm not just going to all of a sudden just, just to try and be cool with these people, I'm going to have, a steak or whatnot. Like, that's just, I'll sit down and like we'll go with the boys to have burgers after a race. Just a race on a Wednesday night, and there'll be about 20 of us ride back, and we all sit down and have something to eat at a burger joint, and it's I order the vegan thing because that's what I am, and I just get asked questions. Oh, what's it taste like? What's this? What's that? And a couple of boys will throw some smart ass comments, and I'm like, dude, well, fuck, that's me. That's it. I haven't fucking eaten any animal products in 8 years. I'm not going to just change just because fucking some smart ass is saying something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and the thing is, it feels so much better to be inclusive. You know what I mean?
It's so much easier to be inclusive, right?
Do you think? Sometimes.
Like that's that common conception. That's what I mean.
Like the thing is, if we go out, right, we'll do the same example. We'll all go out and get some food.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh yeah, I'm really fancying pizza.
Yeah.
Right. We go in, we look at the menu. They don't serve anything vegan. I'm not going to be like, well, you can eat later.
Yeah, fuck you, kind of thing.
I'm like, nah, man. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Because you're left out. You're not going to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
No, let's go fucking somewhere that we can get like something for everybody.
But yeah, I mean, again, it's that's that acceptance, and that's it being around and surrounding yourself with people that are are good humans in that sense of that I am who I am, and you are who you are, and they've got all that acceptance with it, and that's again being true to yourself and sort of being who you are, and the people will sort of birds of feather flock together or whatever it is. Me being vegan, so probably not the best analogy, but there's always these ones. But you know what I mean? Like it's sort of that whole. That and that means a lot to me in a sense of yourself and everyone else is like, oh hey, this joint's got vegan stuff. It's like sweet, awesome.
People being themselves ignites this little sparkle in their eyes, right?
Yeah.
And I think that is such a fucking cool thing to see.
Yeah, because haven't got this sort of facade, right?
It's amazing, man. Yeah. Just seeing people with that little fucking twinkle. There's a skip in a step again.
Yeah.
You can the vibe has changed, the energy has changed.
Yeah.
Dom and I have spoke a lot about energy in the past few weeks. And it changes.
Yeah.
Just because you got the right people and those people accept other people for being different.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean it's amazing, I think, in all walks of people from all walks of life, and different strokes for different folks or whatever like that. But you're about to get Biggie.
Come on, the BIG.
Oh, he's having a little shake.
He's like, no, I want my own spot.
You were just going to go middle. Oh, Big's out. Big's out, people. Biggie is out. But it's I mean, I think with everything that's gone on in the world and everything like that, it's taught us a lot of sort of acceptance and stop and smell the roses, and like get that whole just enjoy everything and what we've got, and like family matter, friends matter, experiences matter as well too. Like now that we can travel, like a week ago is the first time I've been on a plane since 2019. Like, man, I used to travel so many times a week on a plane, probably more so than driving.
Wow.
And, like that experience, and people are going to get back to it. It's great.
Yeah, that is a benefit of the pandemic, because it was a forced rest and a reset, and also a reflective time, right, of everybody. Then it's like, fuck, what are we doing, man?
What fucking matters to me?
What matters?
What's important? People are like, oh, I have to see my parents, but now they're just like fucking froth over seeing their parents.
Good people, man. That's all you need. Good people.
It is. It's you surround yourself with those good people, and you get that good energy, and it sort of it lifts you up as an individual and everyone else up. As a team, as your tribe. It's sort of like.
Well, I'm sure you've been in situations before where the people in the group probably wasn't the best.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you'd be yourself and do something a bit silly to make people laugh. And it falls on deaf ears, man. And the way I think about it is, we're in this stunning environment, right? And don't get me wrong, this is incredible. But any other people here right now, it wouldn't be good. I'll go and do that fucking half skinny dip thing. He's dead. He wants some kisses. Go on, give him a snot.
Hey, Big, come on. I'm just getting attacked by a dog, by the way.
I think he needs a piss.
Does he?
Yeah, we can wrap up soon. It's okay.
Fucking keep talking shit, man. I don't like it.
Oh, look at him.
He's a majestic beast.
He gives me winks when I wink at him, and it makes me so happy, mate. You know when you look at an animal and you give them the old, hey now, and they do it back, you just know you're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Fucking
Big is just vibing.
Is he chewing on you or his paw?
No, he's just munching his paws.
Sounds good.
He's like flossing his paws.
Nice. What a guy.
He looks so sleepy, but...
Yeah, that long walk that Tessa took him on fucked him.
You would be fucked too if you had like legs that are a fucking inch long.
Yeah. And Tessa's like my height, which is clearly like 6'5".
Yeah, exactly. 6'1,000".
When I lie down.
Big set of nuts.
I'm pitching tents.
I don't think you can in this cold weather.
Just limited to a half chub.
If you can even find blood flow wherever the tap is, you just got to try and find it.
The tap. You try to thaw it out.
But it burns. It gets a little...
Yeah, you lose the sensation.
Yeah.
Then what's the point of that?
You don't want to touch it because it might snap off. Yeah.
That's what it felt like earlier.
Yeah, did it? It did it, yeah.
Nah, cock and balls were all right, man. It was my feet.
Oh, fucking hell.
That's going to be a clip. I'm going to clip that.
Oh, you need what, you cock and balls?
Yeah.
It'll get R-rated, man. Patreon will probably be the only one you can do it.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, it's man. It'll be
Never
fucking
give
majestic.
a fuck.
Majestic. But I think it's like, you know, that talking to you today and, you know, just shooting shit.
Come on, gorgeous.
I think it's a reminder that you just, fuck, man. You gotta do funny stuff in life, hey? You gotta laugh.
Man. He wants his ears doing.
I bet he does.
I've got all the time in the world, all the respect in the world, and all the love in the world for people that just will come together and be like, yeah, let's just do some dumb shit.
I think we drummed up, like the first night, we drummed up a lot of dumb shit to do.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I need to take a flight over here and just do the dumb shit tour. Oh, that could be documented.
And take the podcast on the tour?
Mm-hmm. Oh, the dumb shit tour, round one. Rowan and Alex are going to... So like jackass a little, but like not as extreme, like no firecrackers up your ass and on roller skates kind of thing. It's your mate. You know, it's... Yeah, fuck, we've come up with some crackers. Like, we've actually been in hysterics, like, with the shit. Like, some of the ideas were like, how about if we do that? And it's just been, like, literally laughing so much.
But that's yeah, man, it's so healing, it's so refreshing. And you just got to give off good vibes, man. And not take it seriously, or not take it personally, I should say.
Yeah.
When it doesn't land on other people. Yeah. You know, like, when I first met my ex, right, who's a very, very good friend of mine, she didn't get my jokes, right? But over time, I had to explain, hey, listen, now she gets my jokes, right?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
But it's a bit dry, ludicrously, like, dirty. Right, everybody makes dirty jokes.
100% everyone has in a dirt bag.
Because they're fucking funny, right?
Yeah.
And you've got to say something. I'll figure out where the line is, and I'll go above it. You've got to. Just a tad. I'll push the line.
Did you, when you were a kid, did you colour inside the lines or outside the lines?
Dude, I could never stay inside the lines.
Yeah, see, that's fucking why you take it that next level. You're a badass motherfucker. You know what I mean?
You think it was all from the colouring book?
Fuck yeah, man. The fucking Scooby-Doo colouring book fucked you up.
How did you know I had a Scooby-Doo?
No, just everyone fucking did. You get crayons in the Scooby-Doo colour-in book, man. You fucking Daphne had pink hair, not yellow hair.
I was like,
yeah, just freaking write a bit, draw dicks on it.
I do a very convincing dick.
Yeah.
That was just
you know how I said in the Uber that it looked like someone did a dick on the window?
Yeah.
It was actually me. I knew you'd appreciate it because I was like, that's a fogged window. I'm going to draw a dick. Like full cock and balls too.
Was there any pubes?
No, because I couldn't see properly because of the light. But I just did the standard, like, you know, sort of the
I love it. Oh, you just knew I would appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I waited till we were chatting before, because I was like, Tessa and that were like, I was like, yeah, someone drew a cock and balls on the thing. And I'm like, oh. Whereas you're like, yeah, boy. But that's.
Did they go big bell? Did they go small bell?
I went big bell. I read the bell. I read the big grasso. You know, I did the big one. But I mean, man, that's another thing is so many people say to me, it's like you're fucking a 17 or 18 or 16. I fucking love when people say that, like with my humor and my maturity level. I'm 43 years old, 42, 43 this year. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm stoked that I'm a teenager still. Because you know what? Like, I can take things seriously and stuff like that, but, like, man, it's what I keep drumming in. It's that fucking laughter, seeing people humoured. Yeah, me and you, fuck, the amount of shit. Like, I've been in tears, like good, funny, ha-ha tears.
Oh, dude.
That many times in this past week. You know, because... But you've got to maintain that. You know what I mean? You've got to have that inner school kid that draws dicks on a taxi cab window because at like fucking 9 o'clock at night or 8 o'clock or whatever it is at night, because I was chuckling when I was drawing it. Like, jammed like a can of sardines in the back seat, and I'm like drawing a dick on a window. But it was funny.
And the naughty side, the little magnet.
Yeah. So guys, we Alex and I were laying in hysterics. So they had all these magnets in this like country rest stop that we got some drinks and
Midway Road.
Midway sort of snack sort of section, right? Like you get a little hungry on a 6-hour road trip and you just got to grab some crisps and, you know, a fizzy drink or whatnot, and
some raspberry bonbons.
Oh, they were amazing. Hey, how good are they? They're like really, really naughty.
Naughty 40, right there.
They are. So I reckon Alex jam us through the magnet.
Yeah, so we walk in, you know, like...
Like, I'm laughing thinking about, like, I know the exact, like, it's replaying in my head right now, but continue.
And we just start talking shit to the lady behind the counter, as you do, you know, just making sure she's had a good day. There's a smile on her face. You want to bring everybody else into that sphere of laughter, right?
Yeah.
Because you and I are probably laughing about some fart joke or something.
Probably.
Something daft. And we see these magnets. And it's magnets. And it's like a road sign, you know, like the... Route like, 66.
Yeah. Like, yep.
You're like, oh, yeah, because Dom wants a cookie time cookie, right?
Yeah, he got the cookie time cookie.
He did indeed.
But he also got
a little magnet to go on the arse end of his car that says naughty 40.
Like as in Highway 40, naughty. But they also had sexy.
And dirty.
And dirty. Like we could have gone to town. And I thought about going to that town.
The problem is they were $3.50 a pop.
Yeah, I know, man. If they were $1, we would have bought the whole fucking thing, right? Like I just walked up with a board and gone, I'll take all these, and just stuck them all over his car.
I kind of do feel bad because I was like, hey, mate, like, how much is this going to set me back? She was like, $3.50. And I looked at her, I was like, fucking hell. I'm sorry. I'm going to buy it anyway, but I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh man, that was majestic. So we thought it'd be a good idea to stick it on the tailgate of the boss's car,
of the company car,
and just like
just wait.
But we were getting out in like rest stops because of Biggie, like, you know, letting him sort of stretch his legs and whatnot.
Oh, because of your guts, mate.
Hey?
It was because of your guts.
Yeah, they weren't too bad, man. I mean, that's another thing. Like, Jesus, it's like, actually, yeah, that wasn't pleasant.
Oh, no, we've all been there. You know, when you feel like you need to shit yourself 24/7 and
Sitting in a car with a bunch of people for 6 hours, just feeling you're going to vomit and shoot yourself. It's not fucking ideal, is it?
Mate, fucking that were a class time, mate. But honestly, just those little nuggets.
Yeah, no pun intended.
No, I'm not that clever.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But those little nuggets of fucking laughter, man, of something daft, you know, whether it's a not joke, whether it's a dirty, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Or whether it's the naughty bumper sticker that we just slap on the back of the car.
But yeah, it's just that ability to let your inner child sort of run free and not be so bottled up and fucking high strung, you know, like just fucking be one of 350, fuck. Let's just do it. Let's just fucking get naughty with a magnet. Let's just have it, lad, as you would say. You know, like
fucking have it, lad.
Fucking have it, lad.
Get your head on it, son.
Hey, fucking have it, lad.
You play football as a kid?
Give me red, lad.
Like football.
Did I?
Soccer, you guys would probably...
No, so growing up in Australia and Victoria, it's very AFL, so Australian Football League. It's everywhere. Like you play AFL, but basketball was predominantly good when I was a kid.
Wow.
And I was fortunate enough to be as tall as I was, not 6'2", but like tall.
Are you 6'2"?
Yeah.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
Are you having me on?
No, I am. I'm taller than Dom. Dom's 6 foot. I'm 2 inches taller than Dom.
I know you're taller than me. I'm only 5'10".
Yeah.
On a good day. If I don't squat.
Yeah.
I get compressed if I squat.
4'2". If that's the amount of weight you lift.
Fucking hell, what happened to you?
Hey, I got stretched.
Yeah.
You know, like those Gumby figurines that you could stretch out when you were a kid.
Armstrong?
Stretch Armstrong, that's it. Yeah. Man, did you have one of those?
No, I was messing with like a mate's. Sounds really fucked up.
Yeah, you were messing with a mate's Stretch Armstrong.
I was stretching it out.
Yeah, you're stretching your mate's Armstrong out.
Oh, I know.
That's a bit creepy, but we'll accept it. Look, it's so there was that whole AFL. It's a very big culture in Victoria and Geelong, the town I'm in, is a one team town, and you can probably relate to that with Manchester and stuff like that. But it was a very one-team town focus, and the school I went to was like a lot of the players for Geelong came out of that school because it was the best breeding ground, best coaching and stuff like that. And I sort of went to the path of basketball and found myself, you know, quite good at basketball, and you know, that's the sort of path I took and got to, you know, schoolboys level and end up playing state level for Victoria, and I've always played basketball throughout my life, and you know, sort of A-grade local stuff until about 3 years ago, when I started cycling, and you know, because I didn't want to sort of hurt myself too much. But yeah, look, I played basketball a lot, and I sort of thinking about it now, it sounds weird, but I sort of miss that physicality of a sport like that. The team sort of atmosphere as well too is a good thing. Again, I think it's all combining your skills and what you're good at and what you're better at and what you're good at. And I mean, we're not better than each other, but we're all got a good skill set that we combine to, you know, to win the game and stuff like that. And it's that important thing again about, you know, everyone's got strengths and everyone's got weaknesses, and it's you know, when you're talking to a mate or talking to a friend that's sort of, you know, needs some help or whatever like that, it's, you know, it's a super good thing to sort of like, you know, you're an amazing, you know, you're an amazing cyclist, you know, channel, jump on your bike and let's go for a ride, or, you know, like, or just do what you love and do what you do the best. And, you know, that'll make all that small shit or big shit sort of forgotten about. But, you know, sport, I mean, I think, you know, sport, and then I branched into surfing and got to that higher level there as well too, and I was sort of fortunate enough to be able to be that sort of way inclined to be good at that sport. And I just think, you know, throughout all that, and you know, you've done the same, is you meet so many different people, and there's nothing better than like I'd surf against some guys that man, craziest realization is you watch all these videos, and then 12 months down the track, you're actually lining up in a heat with these guys. You're sitting in the competitors area having a laugh with these guys. You know what I mean? It's like, it's that self-realization that, and I think everyone just has to have that fortitude and that vision to, you know, nothing's above you, man. That's what I think. That's what you got to look at. You know, like, if you can not manifest, and we use that word a lot, but I think it's just a lot of self-belief and surrounding yourself with people that believe in you as well too, to push you to that, is a super healthy thing. And you know, just man, I take my hat off to anyone that gives fucking shit a crack. Just has a fucking nudge. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll see people riding, and they're riding in running shoes and a helmet in football shorts and a t-shirt and all that. I'm fucking stoked seeing those crew do that. You know why? Because they're better than that person that's going, oh, you faggot cyclists, or, you know, like, pay rego, you know, or sitting on their couch watching fucking Netflix, you know, like, props to them. You know, I see, there's a guy that I see every morning, 4:30 in the morning. He's a bigger guy, but he's losing. Over the last 6 months, I've seen him. He's lost a bunch of weight, and I see him wave every morning. Hey, mate, how you going? I've actually stopped one morning and just said, mate, you keep fucking doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's like, you inspire me to do what I'm doing. And he was blown away. He's got like this fucking stranger that rides a bike in Lycra at 4:30 in the morning stopped and actually said that to me. Yep. And man, I stop, and I've seen him at the local coffee shop. If I grab a coffee, you know, for a ride, and have that chat, and just that change, and that moment of acknowledgement or joy or anything that he's had. Like, he's probably getting home and going, fuck, this is hard. And it's like, for me to be able to go, like, and nothing for me to go, man, fucking you keep doing what you're doing. You're rocking it. Like, just those little moments for people mean so fucking much. No matter what's going on in your life, what's going on in their life, if you can give someone that little, like, kick, it's probably not the best thing, but like, not a kick up the ass, but just the acknowledgement of what they're doing is fucking rad.
Fuck yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Like, man, so I stop, like this, I stop, and I have that fucking 30-second minute conversation with that guy. I see him running every morning. Hey, Rowan, how are you, man? Like, hey, dude, what's up? But that I can see as a catalyst in his eyes as a fucking driver. It's like someone knows I'm fucking doing something. And it's awesome. I love that. And like, we need to do that to every human in the world. Whether it's you're doing a podcast, I fucking love the fact that you're doing one, and you know, I've just got on here for God knows how many hours and just fucking rambled. It probably hasn't made sense or anything like that. But you're doing that, and you know, like, I think we need to. I mean, it's repeating myself, but we just need, like, take that moment of selflessness and just say to someone, you're doing a fucking good job. You are fucking rocking your world. You know?
Fuck yeah, man. And I relate to that so much because, you know, coaching people, right?
Yeah.
And I've coached kids that have gone to the fucking Junior Olympic Games.
Wow.
I've coached kids that,
that's amazing.
Well, not just me, it's a whole team, right?
Yeah, but
I was just like the S&C side. Like, I coached Div 1, swimming teams, fucking whatever.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. Phenomenal athletes.
Yeah.
The people that fucking inspire me the most is anybody that walks through the door. Mm-hmm. Holy shit. What do you mean? You know I'm going to be there, usually very early in the morning, preparing, because get super anxious about things. But anyway, you know I'm going to be there. You know it's me.
Yeah.
But you got your fucking ass out of bed at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
We'll say.
Respect. Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
Got your shit ready to get to the gym for 6 o'clock in the morning, to listen to what the fuck I got to say, to then give me all the effort that you can give me right now, even if it's 20% of your capability, 100%, doesn't matter.
Yep.
What the fuck? That fires me the fuck up.
That's fucking epic.
That's so cool. Like, you see someone who might be a little bit of a larger individual out for a walk, right? And you're like, fuck yes.
Fuck yeah.
You bad motherfucker.
Those people are more fucking badass than those YouTube videos, Red Bull, Red Bull athletes, man. Like, dude, there's a couple that like fucking ride bikes in the morning, and you see them on the way back, and they ride every day, and they're dropping weight and whatever, and it's just they're fucking more badass than those people doing backflips off fucking cliffs. You know why? Because they've gone, I'm going to make a fucking difference in my life. I'm ready for change. I'm going to embrace something that's out of my comfort zone. I'm going to do something for me, And
then guess what?
What?
They actually did it.
Fuck yeah. And they get up, and it's like, look, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning fucking sucks.
Yeah, shit, man.
Right? And I've got some mornings where I've woken up, I'm like, fuck, bed's so much better, like this. I still get up. And whether, I wouldn't just pedal a kilometre anyway, but like, whether I go for a 20k ride, 2 minutes into it, I'm like, slap myself in the head and just like run. Yeah, you could have been in bed still, but how fucking good is this? How good is this? Like, this is amazing. And I think seeing people and taking that time, like seeing people that are just getting into cycling and actually talking to them and giving them good advice, or people that are getting into surfing that are just beginners, like going, emphasizing the fact that they're doing something cool, they're doing something new. That's amazing.
Yeah, you're passing it on, man. Yeah. You're taking that...
The stoke, right?
Yeah, and you're passing it on. That happiness.
Biggie's going to go berserk in a sec, guys.
Going nuts.
Yeah.
There it is. Man. Yeah. That's okay. We can wrap things up. But you're passing on that stoke, yeah. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, that's like what we were discussing before. It's like giving that person that key, critical 30 seconds of your time could fucking change someone's life.
And 30 seconds is nothing.
That person could walk out of the house and be like, life fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking fat loser.
Yeah.
I got a shit job. But the fact that a stranger acknowledges the fact that you're fucking dialed in and you're fucking killing it and you're owning it and you're doing something fucking rad, keep going, that'll just change like that. That's fucking brilliant.
And they'll never forget that, man.
But they never will.
They'll never forget that.
And if he's fucking an elite ultra runner in 2 years' time, and it might be what they want to do, it's awesome. That's good. It's life-changing. It's adding value to people's lives, and it's contributing to everyone around you and whatnot. And that's an important thing.
Yeah, it really is. The community.
That's what it is. Yeah, community. It's
community of people.
Offer of service. It's being of service to people and the surroundings in your environment and the beings around us. I think that's important.
I think it's vital, man.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, I got 3 questions I end on.
Speak to me.
All right. Number 1, what's the greatest piece of life advice you ever received?
That's a tough one, because I'm just trying to think, because I've had sports psychologists through my surfing career. Probably of recent is just to be authentic. Be true to yourself, be true to people. Collect experiences. I think that's probably the best advice. Because when you're true to yourself and authentic, you project so much more. It's like what we've talked about.
I agree, man. What's the worst piece of life advice you've ever received?
Worst piece of advice? Don't worry about them. It probably doesn't sound as bad or as advice, but it's like sort of someone telling you not to worry about someone else and just sort of focus on yourself. It's probably the worst, because coming into like what we're just talking about is, being authentic and being of service to other people. I think that's probably the worst thing. And at restaurants, getting told to select a dish that you didn't really want to have, but you take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sort of don't, you feel bad because it's like, oh, you should try this curry. And you're like, no, I feel like this. And you're like, oh, fuck, I'll have it. And it just tastes like shit. But you feel bad. You feel bad because, like, this person sort of invested the time in saying it's good. But anyway, that's just random.
What would you recommend? I recommend the fish souffle. All right, I'll have the tacos.
Yeah. You fucking just take that other choice, but again, it's your choice, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but then you'd be spitting in the food if you were the waiter. Fuck them.
Good.
It's garnish.
It's teabagging.
All right, last one. 3 words you tell your younger self.
Do more good, I think.
That's simple, but it's also super effective.
Oh, it's just, do more good. It's like I was saying, man. Like, help others, offer service to other people. Tell that fucker that they're doing a good job. Give those people that 30 seconds, 15 seconds. But do more good. Like, do more good in life. Like, just be a fucking awesome good human.
Brother, it's been a pleasure talking to you as always.
Man, likewise. Sorry, it was a little bit of a ramble and tangenty.
I mean, this is what we do, The only difference is, like I said, is we just click a button. Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah.
We just talk shit.
Yeah, man, but no, it's been awesome. It'd be funny to listen back to this and just jamming out, have a bit of a cackle. But no, it's been great to be on and talk about it and all. And I guess your listeners can message you if anyone's interested in any plant-based advice or anything like that. Like I'm here, I can convey it to you and vice versa and stuff like that.
Tell them to hit you up.
Yeah, man, just get them to hit me up, and just everyone just needs to stay fucking rad, and everyone is rad, and get out there and fucking dominate it, man.
Be a bad motherfucker.
That's exactly.
We're going to go off and...
We're going to go do some snow angels.
Budgies.
In our budgies. Yeah, Dom's getting the drone up right now. So, yeah, we're going to do some snow angels and get a pretty romantic photo together. So, we may even post it actually up.
Yeah, I'm going budgies. You're going your jocks.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll do it. Yeah. Let's do it. But then again, that's what we're talking about. It's like, just fucking YOLO it.
Yeah, just do cool shit, bro.
That's it. But, man, it's been amazing talking to you. Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, guys. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. See ya. Yeah, I can't move, bro. Too easy. How long will we talk for?